Budgetary control is more than a financial monitoring system. It is also a behavioral management tool that influences how individuals and departments perform within an organization. Effective budgetary control requires managers to establish appropriate targets, motivate employees to achieve those targets, and evaluate performance fairly. Within the program framework, target setting and motivation are essential elements of successful budgeting because budgets influence employee behavior and organizational culture. At the same time, performance evaluation must distinguish between controllable and uncontrollable outcomes to ensure fairness and maintain motivation. Understanding these concepts helps organizations improve accountability, encourage high performance, and support achievement of strategic objectives. Target setting is the process of establishing measurable performance objectives that individuals, teams, and departments are expected to achieve during a budget period. These targets may relate to sales revenue, production volumes, cost control, profitability, efficiency, customer service, or other key performance indicators. Effective targets provide direction, clarify expectations, and align employee activities with organizational goals. Budgets translate strategic plans into specific operational objectives, allowing managers to communicate priorities throughout the organization. Well-designed targets help employees understand their responsibilities and focus their efforts on activities that contribute to overall organizational success. The quality of target setting significantly affects organizational performance. Targets should be challenging enough to encourage effort and improvement but realistic enough to remain achievable. If targets are too easy, employees may lack motivation and fail to maximize performance. Conversely, excessively demanding targets may create frustration, reduce morale, and encourage dysfunctional behavior. Management accountants and senior managers therefore play an important role in balancing ambition with practicality. Participation in the budgeting process often improves target acceptance because employees are more likely to commit to objectives they have helped develop. This participative approach can strengthen ownership, accountability, and motivation. Motivation represents a key rationale for budgeting because budgets influence employee behavior and performance. Clear targets provide a sense of purpose and encourage individuals to focus on achieving specific outcomes. Budgetary targets can also be linked to performance appraisal systems, incentive schemes, promotions, and recognition programs. When employees believe that targets are fair and achievable, they are more likely to exert effort and contribute positively to organizational objectives. Effective budgeting therefore supports not only financial planning but also employee engagement, commitment, and continuous improvement. Motivation becomes particularly powerful when employees understand how their performance contributes to broader organizational success. However, poorly designed budgeting systems can create negative behavioral consequences. Excessive pressure to meet budget targets may encourage managers to manipulate information, defer necessary expenditures, or focus on short-term results at the expense of long-term value creation. Budgetary slack may also arise when managers intentionally underestimate revenues or overstate costs to make targets easier to achieve. These dysfunctional behaviors undermine organizational performance and reduce the effectiveness of budgetary control. Consequently, organizations must design performance measurement systems carefully and ensure that budget targets support ethical behavior, collaboration, and sustainable performance improvement. A critical aspect of fair performance evaluation involves distinguishing between controllable and uncontrollable outcomes. Controllable outcomes are results that managers can significantly influence through their decisions and actions. Examples include labor efficiency, inventory management, production scheduling, and departmental spending. Because managers have authority over these areas, they can reasonably be held accountable for performance outcomes. Budgetary control systems should focus on evaluating managers based on factors within their control, thereby promoting accountability and encouraging effective decision-making. This principle is central to responsibility accounting and fair performance assessment. Uncontrollable outcomes arise from factors beyond a manager's direct influence. Examples include economic recessions, inflation, exchange rate fluctuations, regulatory changes, natural disasters, and unexpected market disruptions. Even highly capable managers may experience unfavorable results due to such external events. Evaluating performance solely on outcomes without considering uncontrollable factors can be unfair and demotivating. Organizations therefore often adjust performance evaluations to account for significant external influences. By distinguishing between controllable and uncontrollable outcomes, management can assess performance more accurately and maintain employee confidence in the budgeting and performance management system. In conclusion, Target setting and motivation are fundamental components of budgetary control because they influence behavior, direct organizational effort, and support achievement of strategic objectives. Effective targets provide clarity, focus, and accountability while motivating employees to improve performance. At the same time, fair evaluation requires recognition of the difference between controllable and uncontrollable outcomes. Managers should be held accountable for factors they can influence but not penalized for external events beyond their control. By combining realistic target setting, positive motivation, and fair performance assessment, organizations can strengthen budgetary control, enhance employee engagement, and achieve superior organizational performance.